Well, listen, it's a very consequential moment in my life. I mean, and to have the opportunity to present my plan for the future, with all the experience, all the years I have behind me in the International Olympic Committee, to my 100 colleagues, that probably the best group of people to understand what I was talking about, was really a very exciting opportunity. I really was excited to do so, and I fully enjoyed it. Great success in Paris, good financials, and our values more valuable than ever and respected. I mean, the presidency of Thomas Bach we have had a huge evolution and many changes, even in some cases revolution, because the times were evolving. And his mandate ends up in a very high note. Great success in Paris, good financials, and our values more valuable than ever and respected than ever. The thing is that what is coming doesn't need a revolution, but the pace of change, the rapidity and velocity of change continues to increase. So we need to continue adapting to that velocity. That means that the recipes that were used in the last years under Thomas Bach will not be sufficient for what is coming. So we need to have the touch with the business world, the touch with society, to make sure that we are adapting fast enough and we keep ourselves ahead of the curve. Certainly, if we say that we are universal, we cannot tell almost 2 billion people in the world that they are not good enough, they're not lucky enough because they were born in parts of the world that the temperature, for example, would not allow them to have the games. So if we need to change the calendar and the dates for the winter games and the summer games, we'll have to do it. Because I'm telling you, it is not really likely that the weather is going to adapt to our calendar, so we will have to do otherwise. And it's a no-fly, the possibility of not considering going to all parts of the world for the Olympic Games. We have to trumpet all these differences because my thoughts is that I have been hearing here and there and sotto voce that it might not be good for the Olympic movement another Samaranch. And I completely disagree. It's completely irrelevant. So what I said is that yes, I've tried and prepared myself, both in business and in Olympism, to be able to apply for this job. It was not based on my last name, and I hope that I'm judged not for my last name, because my last name is not gonna solve or help solve any of the challenges that we have ahead. And the recipes that my father brilliantly used to take the movement forward 45 years ago have nothing to do and would not work, definitely, in what it is today. I have I'm extremely happy and proud about my heritage, about my last name, and his principles inspire me every day. But it's each man for his own, because it cannot be in any other way. Because of our own prejudices and our own ideas. But it's extremely complex. I mean, it's impossible to imagine how many things you have to do, how many things you have to take care, and on top of that, the crises that come. Thomas had all these programs, but then he had to deal with Sochi doping scandal, problems with Rio, COVID, wars. So it's a very complex. My view is that it's so complex and getting more and more complicated, more and more extensive, that it cannot be done exclusively by the president. The president needs to empower his executive board and many of the members to work all together harder to make the job possible. Otherwise, certainly is not something that one man can do. Bringing new sports, we brought urban sports, we are bringing new events, so we are doing that as much. The important thing is to compete and give the best of you, and that is what I'm committed to do. And I'm doing it with all my energy, with all my capacity, and I'm pretty much satisfied how things are going. So I will be, regardless of the result, I will be very satisfied because the effort is done with a very good, small but very good team of people, and we are doing a great job. Now, who knows what the final result is, but I am certainly in a position of being a strong candidate and having real possibilities of winning.